All right, welcome ladies and gentlemen. Hope you had a good break, and I hope you are excited about a potential snow day. I don't know, are we gonna have snow days? That'd be fun, but we'll see how that plays out. But at least as far as how things are going today and where we are today, we are going to wrap up some action potential stuff. We've spent the last 2 class periods talking about it. We are going to have our last kind of direct lecture portion of action potential today in class. We're going to start by reviewing some content from last week, talking about a little extension of that content, and then presenting it in a new way. And that should cover us for instruction on action potentials. That being said, it is, though, important for us to be using all of those cognitive science techniques and research to our advantage. The stuff we talked about at the beginning of the year is going to be incredibly important to helping us encode this content into our brain for the long term. So, that being said, please make sure that you can see my screen. So you should see 4 orange borders around the outside of my video feed. If Teams is cropping in on my face right now, you can right click on me and then use the directions that are on the screen, which you might not be able to see if Teams is cropping in, but you're going to use the pin and fit to frame options, and you'll be able to see the entirety of my 16:9 video feed, which is going to be helpful when I switch over to the iPad and show you my screen. Again, that's stuff we've been doing for a while, so you should be good. Just a quick little test to make sure that you can see all that. So with that being said, I'm going to switch over to my screen and show you over on the right-hand side, right above my head, you can see a reminder of the 2.2 Quizlet that we've been working on for the past couple of weeks. That is due December the 2nd. Remember that this is just a task in its learning that allows you to keep track of that assignment in addition to the emails that I send you every school day with your status update and the pacing guide. We have people who are ahead of or behind the pacing guide, and please make sure that you are taking care of those tasks as assigned. It is, again, using those cognitive science concepts to make sure that we are learning as efficiently as possible. We don't want to save all this work to the very end and do it all at once. We don't want to do all the work at the very beginning just to get it off the to-do list. We want to make sure that you are spacing out your practice. That is dramatically more effective than doing it in bulk at the beginning or the end. But anyway, that task has been there for a while, but just a few minutes ago, actually, this task popped up. I didn't make it active until we were ready to use it in the A2 class, but there is a quiz for you, and that quiz is due by 2 p.m. next Tuesday. And it is a mastery style of exam, just like we've been doing for the past several of them. You get 5 questions. There are 21 potential questions in there, including some from the content we're going to talk about today. So please don't try to do it during class because you're not quite ready to do it yet. But again, unlimited amount of attempts, feedback after every attempt on what you got incorrect. It is out of 5 questions. There are 21 possible questions. Your task for today, as you will see by going to the HBS Lessons page, your closure for today will be to do at least 1 attempt of that quiz. More than 1 is great, but you'll do at least 1 today, and I will assign you doing them next class and for next week's classes as well, but we just want to make sure that you are getting at least 1 today. But that being said, as far as class, we should have, in the time to get you into class, already given you an opportunity to do the match Quizlet activity, but then we also need to do the retrieval practice session on the electrical graph that you drew, that we learned about last class. So please specifically from memory, please pull out page 4. You should have printed a 4th page again. That was part of your preparation for today's lesson, and it was part of your Flex Friday work for last Friday, was to print out a copy of page 4 of the 2.2.2 student response sheet. So hopefully you have that ready, and your 6 different colored writing utensils. And I'm going to give you about 5 minutes, maybe 6 by the time I'm done talking here. I'm not quite sure. I'll put up a timer to get all of the information out of your head that you can about the electrical graph for action potential. All the phases, all of the values, all of the statuses of the channels, everything that you can purely from memory. And it's going to be difficult, and you're going to get stuff wrong, and it's going to be okay. But we want to try to do the best we can to pull this information from memory. I will share with you on my iPad in this meeting. I'll do a quick drawing of the whole thing that you can fact check your answers to. But for right now, so let's go ahead and take 6 minutes to complete your best active recall of the electrical graph of action potential.